Hi, my name is Emily Hawk Mills. I'm an attorney with the law firm of Cusimano, Roberts, and Mills here in Gadsden. I have with me my partners, Greg Cusimano and Mike Roberts. We also have here the attorney for the Sheriff's Department, Donald Ray, and the attorney for the Etowah County Commission, Jim Turnbach. I'd like to welcome you all here regarding our announcement today. Our firm, along with a consortium of law firms, will be representing the sheriff, the Etowah County, and the City of Gadsden on a joint effort to battle the war on drugs. You may be aware, but 91 people die every day in this country for opioid overdose. The prescriptions of opioids in the U.S. has nearly quadrupled from 1999 to 2014, but the change in the amount of pain reported from those users has not increased. Over almost half of all opioid prescriptions are abused. Our community leaders are taking the necessary step to hold accountable the companies responsible for dumping millions of dollars worth of prescription opioids into our community by filing a public nuisance lawsuit against the wholesale drug distributors and others that have made the opioid epidemic possible. The Etowah County Sheriff, the Etowah County Commission, and the City of Gadsden have joined together as plaintiffs to file suit against the country's three largest wholesale distributors, AmerisourceBergen, Cardinal Health, and McKesson Corporation, and other companies that are responsible. These three companies, with combined annual revenues of $400 billion and profits in the billions of dollars, together control more than 80% of the market for prescriptions opioids. Because prescription opioids are highly addictive, Congress designed a system to control the volume of opioid pills being distributed in this country and distributed in our community. It only a select few of wholesalers gain the right to deliver the opioid drugs. In exchange, these companies agreed to do a very important job. They agreed to halt suspicious orders and control against the diversion of these dangerous drugs into illegitimate uses. They agreed to report suspicious activity, but in recent years, they have failed to do that, and today the Etowah County community is paying the price. The community leaders are working with a consortium of law firms to hold pharmaceutical wholesalers and distributors and manufacturers and other companies responsible. Our team of attorneys are honored to represent those in our community to do everything in our power and pursuant to the law to hold those whose recklessness has harmed the lives of so many in our community. Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce our sheriff, Todd Entrican.
Thank you. Good morning. Thank y'all for coming out this morning. I think it's another day in Etowah County where we're leading the way. We're one of the first again. It's great to have this team of attorneys standing here to represent Etowah County, the City of Gadsden. You know, we all worked so well in this county in the fight against drugs and any other thing that goes on. We work together. And you know, I stand proud today to be the sheriff, to be here and showing you we're taking the lead in this again with this great group of attorneys fighting for us. You know, Etowah County, you know, you've stood in here and seen where this whole walls with pictures of them in February, where we made all the arrests in the month of February and all the drug arrests and how drugs are affecting this community. You know, we lead the state in arrest for chemical endangerment cases where pregnant women are taking these opioids and having babies, and the suffering that these children are doing. And the cost is putting on our county. This county jail, it's the number of people that are in here, the drugs that are hitting the streets every day. We have one of the best drug task forces in the nation. They make more cases than most any drug task force in the state of Alabama. They lead the way. But they're fighting a war that they can't win when the drugs are continually coming in. And so I think this is a way that we can go back and make the people that are putting the drugs on our streets, make them accountable and make them pay for what we're having to do and bring some money back to the county, the cities, and hopefully put a stop to them doing what they are doing. Thank you. Mayor.
Good morning. I want to talk to you a little bit about a nuisance. That's part of this suit, and we appreciate the attorneys getting together with several other attorneys across the state and other states to file a suit. We average between 3 and 7 drug overdoses, heroin overdoses daily. That's really a strain on our fire department, our police department, always answering calls. One guy was revived 3 times in one day, 3 times. And they're hanging out at all these places where people shop. Women, especially women, and kids are afraid to go into the mall or some of the shopping centers because the panhandlers begging for money. They're camped out at the trolley stops. They're living in the parks. I mean, they're everywhere, and people are afraid. And we don't have to put up with that. We've got the people who pay all the bills and do all the work, and they're having to be the ones who are paying the price for this kind of situation. So it is something really bad, and something's got to be done about it. And this is a good start right here. The sheriff and his guys and ladies and everybody locally, we're going to band together with a lot of other people, and we want to get this stopped because we cannot continue the way business is right now. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Carolyn Parker, representing the Etowah County Commission. You know, when I took oath 7 years ago, one of the things that I took seriously was the public safety and health of our citizens. And this is a public safety and health issue. It's an epidemic, and it's a war, as the sheriff said. And I'm especially glad to see the county and the city working together. And I applaud the attorneys who stepped up and said they would fight on the front lines of this issue on our behalf of the county commission and the city. And so, on behalf of the county commission, we're just glad to have someone here that's going to stand by us and stand with us and fight on the front lines for our citizens. It's robbing our kids of their innocence. We have people dying, and so we just can't continue to have this epidemic in our community. So I'm glad to be a part of that. Thank you.